It's gonna be good. It's gonna be life-changing. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be relational. You'll be challenged to be His, be last, be real, be bold, be the church. It's gonna be Fuge. Fuge Camps 2014. Be there.
My funniest moment was little girls trying to cornrow my hair and telling me I needed a weave. And my most serious moment is telling a little boy whose mom neglected him that I loved him and that God loved him and that he always had a parent there.
My funniest moment was when we were on site and the kids were trying to guess all of our ages, and they got everyone around me right, but they thought I was 14. And my most serious moment was the second to last night of Bible study when everyone broke down and we prayed for each other and we're just there.
My funniest moment would have been watching Sam ride around in a do-rag and on a way too small bike around Carroll Park. My most serious moment was talking with some of the girls in the youth group and really sharing heart-to-hearts and getting to know them and their relationship with God better.
Funniest moment was dumping water on everybody in the bathrooms, and most serious was Friday and Thursday night when everybody was raising their hands and just praising God.
I saw God this week when we were at a place where kids can come to just when they feel unsafe around their houses. We got in a prayer circle after lunch, and there's two little kids, and I said, let's just pray for each one of us. One of the kids just sat there and prayed over me, and then the other kid wouldn't listen. I had to sit there and have him repeat prayers and stuff. And yeah, so it made me feel really good inside.
I saw God through the moms at the homeless shelter that I was at. They were very patient with their wild children, but they just stuck with it.
I saw God through worship and how all the people were just didn't really care what they looked like. They just put their hands up in the air and trying to reach towards God and stuff, and I thought that was really kind of cool how they didn't really mind others. They just were focused on Him.
I saw God through little girls who sang with me and sang church songs and were passionate about it, and more passionate than I see people every day, and how they have nothing and they're still passionate about things that they love.
This week, I saw our kids grow in Christ, and I think that's where I saw God the most. They are further in the faith than I was at their age, and they're asking questions, and they're understanding what it is to follow, not just to believe. Because, devils and demons believe in the fact that there is a God and that there is Christ. Disciples and saints follow Him. And I think some of our kids have made that connection this week, and it was really, really cool to see and watch those neurons fire and their hearts catch on fire as that happened. And that's where He was in our kids for me.
I saw God through this man at the park that I was at, and he wasn't getting paid anything, but he took care of it like it was his home and it was his job. And he made sure all the kids knew that what he was doing was for God and not for himself.
I saw God, and the people that I worked with, we all came together from different churches and worked and showed God's love and compassion to the community, and that was pretty awesome.
I'm taking home the love that I saw from the kids and how gracious they were that we came and we helped them. And I just want to bring that home and share that with everybody else so that they know that we can share love through our daily lives.
It encouraged me to go out into my community and help people at home instead of just that 1 week a year.
What I'm taking home is a sense of how good we have it and how we need to help others more around here.
This week I took home that God just doesn't work immediately. You need to pray often, and you need to really be patient on your faith. Just because you pray once doesn't mean it's going to happen immediately. I saw people who they thought God was acting immediately. It doesn't always work like that. Well, it does sometimes. It's just that you need to be really patient with God, and you need to be really understanding of what He's trying to do for you. Change isn't immediately, it's over time. And I just took over that sometimes I need to be more patient with God and not be frustrated when I pray one day and the next week nothing happened.
I'm taking home that we need to be more thankful for what we have here, because there are some kids out there that don't really have that much and they're still happy and like thankful.
I'm taking home the courage to not care what people say about you, even if you are a Christian believer, and just to always try to be committed to God and to really try to just be a follower of Him, be more like the disciples.
So I'm taking home relationships with all these kids that are much closer, and the ability to know who they are and how to encourage them more in their faith walks, to know where they stand with Christ, to be able to help more. And I think they each have that relationship with each other now, to be able to help each other a little bit more, to push each other further on in their walk with Christ.
I'm taking home that God is like who I need to be following and who I need to always be thinking about, and who I should keep my eyes on and put my faith and my all in.
I'm taking home that I should read the Bible more and get to know God more so I can show Him more in the world.
Well, what I took home from this was that Philadelphia is an awesome city, and a city that, well, it's titled as the city of brotherly love. It's a city that needs a lot of love and needs a lot of prayer. So a lot of hard people in Philadelphia, and they definitely could continue to use their prayers. And when we left, we really felt like we saw God at work there.
I'm taking home the patience, because I definitely very easily irritated by people, but I think it's very appropriate or needed to be patient with people.